What up, YouTubes? As we wait for anticipation of the penny list, I decided it is time to officially finally jump in and learn how to resell.
Interior crocodile alligator. I drive a Chevrolet movie theater. Interior crocodile alligator. I drive a Chevrolet movie theater. Interior crocodile alligator. I drive a Chevrolet movie theater.
Okay. Before we get into anything else as far as how to resell, where to resell, and everything else, the most important thing about reselling anything is the photos. All you need is your phone, if you have one. If not, then obviously a camera. But it's all about the photography. And it doesn't have to be these crazy perfect angles or anything like that. The main thing that you need to focus on is that the entire image is in the photo, or the entire item that you're selling, and that it has a distinct background from the item so it stands out better. I'll show you now. So my setup is a little bit more elaborate than most people even need. But that's mainly because I do it for a living. And with that, it just makes my life easier to have everything I need set up in a specific area that I can always use. At the same time, a kitchen table works just as good, but you just need to make sure you have lighting. It could be someone holding a flashlight. It could be the flash on your phone. It doesn't matter as long as the item's lit up properly so you can see it well and it stands out when someone's looking through a website or something like that when you're looking for your item. So I have these big lights here. I have a table I made just for this. It actually needs a little cleaning. But give you an example. Only penny items. So here is our item. And as you can see, the entire item can be seen in the photo and it can be bright. So let me get out my trusty handy dandy camera. And with the photo, you just want to photo every angle of an item so that people will get the idea of exactly what they're getting. So there's no hidden nonsense. They're not worried if part of the item's broken or anything like that. And I also, especially anything that is mascot or NCAA or anything like that, take a picture of that tag, because that collegiate licensed product means it is legally allowed to be sold as an Ohio State item or any other item that you're using. Now, as far as where you're selling, so I've brought up before about Facebook Marketplace. I'm not a huge fan of it personally. I just don't like dealing with it. But even if you're selling on Facebook Marketplace, let's say, you still want the awesome photos. It's going to pop out. Someone's going to notice it more, just even when they're scrolling through, because people still search. One of the biggest searches is just stuff being sold nearby. And that's the other huge part of it. So if you have good photos of what you're trying to sell, someone's more likely to click on it. It's the same if you're doing a YouTube video. The thumbnail that stands out the most, more people click on. And that's just kind of with the human eye and the way it goes to, and, you know, the shiny, bright things, right? So taking those photos is one of the most important parts. Okay, so the 2 points, the 2 places that I'll talk about that I'm not going to get into as far as in-depth selling and how to is going to be Facebook Marketplace. And then the other common one and a little more obvious one is yard sales, garage sales, trunk sales, again, whatever you call them, whatever area of the country you're in. But with that stuff's pretty straightforward. If you're comfortable doing it, if you're not, how you sell them, I'll give you, let me step back. I'll give you an example of how I offload stuff, for lack of better words, when I do a yard sale. A lot of this stuff, if it's not worth the money or the value to me to sell it online, then I usually offload them like 4 for $1, or I'll bundle them up. So I'll put like 30 items together for 20 bucks. I'd rather get a $20 in my pocket and get rid of a bunch of stuff than sit around and wait for each of these items to sell for a couple bucks. That's just me, and that's mainly because I do it for a living, right? So it's just the way I operate my business. And if you're not looking to turn into a business, then honestly, post it however you want that you think it's going to sell for, right? So you don't want to post them up for $30. That original price was only $20 unless it's the hottest item on the market. So it's just how long you're willing to sit on it for the price you're asking for it is what that comes down to. All right, so the next step, once you have your item, this can even be before you take photos of your item, but the number one thing you always want to do is research. So we're going to look on Mercari and on eBay, and the penny item I have is the Ohio State loofah. And on Mercari, you just type it up in the top search bar. It's the exact same on the phone. And here we go. So with Mercari, the number one thing you want to filter by, on your phone it's right at the top. On the computer it's down here on the left on the bottom. You want to go for sale because they actually show you items that have sold recently. And we just want to search what's actually for sale to compare. And on Mercari, there are 0 loofahs from Ohio State specifically. A lot of other stuff, like there's some scarves. I think I've seen those at Dollar General. You know, and that's the thing. You'll notice some stuff as you're going through here. You know, like let's go over to eBay. Ohio State loofah. Whoa. I need new batteries in my keyboard. Sorry about that. Okay. So here we go. Here are some other penny shoppers. So I've got $10. Looks like the seats, the nails, the stickers, the notepads, and the loofah. This one has 99 cents with 2 days left, as you can see over here. Today I'm not going to get into how to sell on eBay. It's a whole other ball game than Mercari, but I just wanted to show you the research side on eBay. So you can see here, and let me go over here. This is other thing you want to do if you do go onto eBay. You want to look at your sold items. So there you go. Someone sold the cup, the loofah, a button, the nail stickers, and the note card box for $3.25 with $5.30 shipping. 99 cents, 99 cents, $2.25. So you can see the amount of items. People aren't selling them that high. They're looking to sell them in bulk, and the price is a little low to me. So these types of items, because they're Ohio State, I'd sell them individually, because with this, like this lot right here for $2.25, that's going to be such a specific item to somebody, because they're going to want to have a dog toy, a note card set, a loofah, cups, button, and hand wipes. Whereas if you just have an Ohio State dog toy, you should be able to sell that for $8 plus shipping. And that's the same on Mercari. Again, somebody might not care about note card sets or loofahs, but they want a cup. So that person may have only bid $3.25 because it's worth it to them for that cup. And then we'll do the same over here. We'll look at actual solds. And it looks like no loofahs have been sold. And honestly, this is why I think a lot of penny items do well on Mercari, because not as many people sell on Mercari. And it's one of the easiest platforms to sell on. And this isn't just penny items, right? This is anything you have sitting at your home that you want to sell. Some of my stuff just does better. If you're into antiques and older things and things like that, eBay, Etsy is where you're going to want to go. But Mercari for everything else. So I definitely want to list this loofah on Mercari at this point, because there's none for sale. Okay, this next bit we're going to do is going to be exactly how to list the item on Mercari. I'm going to start with it on the computer, and then after that, I'm going to show you a screen record of my phone of listing an item on Mercari also. Okay, on the desktop, you'll click your logo up here. I'm already signed in. This is my account. You will want to create an account on Mercari, which is pretty straightforward also. But all you're going to do is when you click your profile picture, you just scroll down to the button Sell. Now this page is almost identical as it is on the phone, but I'll still show you on both sides. Mercari was originally designed only as a phone app. They've only recently, in the last year or so, started going on the computer. So first things first, we're going to click the button at the top to bring in your photos, or you can drag them from your desktop and drag them in. So let's go to my downloads, and you can actually highlight all 4 at the same time. Click open. And there we go. Now you can edit these when you get in here and crop by like kind of zooming in and stuff like that. If you want one picture in front of another. Oh, that's right. Sorry, you can't do that on a computer. You can do that on the phone, which I will show you. And then title is 40 characters max. So I'm going to make this super easy. Ohio State loofah new with tags. And since it's not an in-depth item, I'm going to literally make that my description as well. This gives you the option for tags. Tags help when other people are searching for items. So these aren't necessarily needed, but it's not going to hurt either. Category usually pops up for you. So you'll see here, came right up, sports and outdoors, fan shop, NCAA. It's not exactly where a loofah would be, but people looking under a fan shop in the NCAA definitely would not mind having that kind of item. And brand, you know what? I didn't actually look if there was a brand on here, but we're just going to stick with Ohio State. See if that's an option. No. There we go. And condition, new. Ships from, put in your zip code. Your shipping. This is where it'll become important as far as knowing the weight of your item. So since I do this for a living, I have one of these scales, but it has become used by everybody in the house for different reasons, whether it be shipping or just needing to weigh something to see what it is. This I got off Amazon. What I'll do is anything I'm showing you that I have or I use, I will put the links in the description so you can see it on Amazon and see if it's something that worked for you. The reason I got this one is because when they open for me, it has a little tray. So if you have something that rolls back and forth, it'll stay for you. It is battery operated or it can be plugged in, but we're going to take the loofah, set it on there. 1.8 ounces. So we know it doesn't weigh much. And then dimensions. I usually have a tape measure over here, but since it's soft like that, I can put it in a 6x4 padded envelope or even a 6x4 regular poly mailer that I have. And I will have links to those also, so you can purchase those if you feel like it. And let's finish listing. Now this is on Mercari. It's a personal preference for me. You can do it however you want, but a lot of people do search to see if something is free shipping. So on Mercari, I prefer to select free shipping and a prepaid label. This is the other reason I love Mercari. When an item sells, they email you the label to print out, and it's regularly to print out right on a piece of paper. So you don't even have to worry about figuring it out or getting label printers or anything like that. And then you just tape it onto the package that you have. And so we'll click prepaid label. We know it's 1.8 ounces, so we'll say 2 ounces. I know specifically this will fit into a 6x4 poly bag. And we'll calculate the shipping. And so here we see USPS is the best deal. And you do have these other options. If you get into big, heavy products, down here at the bottom, you'll see the UPS store, Mercari Pack and Ship, which is pretty awesome. So you put in the weight and dimensions. When you click that, it costs a lot more, obviously, like double the price, but you literally drop the item off at the UPS store and they package it up and ship it for you. So if you have something really heavy, TVs or something crazy or something very valuable, it can be a big help for you. But we're just going to select USPS because we're going to ship it ourselves. And then we're going to go down here and we'll enter a price. I'm going to say $10 just because. The other reason I love Mercari, it's right here. There's no hidden fees. There's no monthly fees to pay. There's nothing crazy. It's right here. 10% flat selling fee. So it costs me $1 to sell it. Shipping costs $3.49. This is what I can deposit right into my bank account after the 3 days after it sells. Smart pricing is up to you. Smart pricing is Mercari automatically lowers the price to the lowest price you'll sell it for. The reason I don't like using it is because they do it super quick. Within a couple days, it's at its lowest selling price. So I just leave it off. And that's, again, a personal preference. But once you have everything filled out, you click list. And you're done. It's right there, ready to see. And you can click on it, buy it, look at it, anything else. All right. And sit tight 1 second, and I will show you on a phone. All right, YouTubes, here we go. We are in the Mercari app on my phone. This is the main homepage everybody sees. And when you're on here, at the bottom middle, you'll see an orange circle with the camera that says sell. Will you click it? Now, from here, you can literally take items right from the app without having to load pictures or anything else. But at the bottom of the screen, you're going to see the word library. So we're going to click it. And I'm going to select the items I want to add in. And we're going to give it just a second here to load all the photos. And we're going to make sure that all these photos are in the exact order we want while we're doing this. So while that's loading, we're going to go in here. What are you selling? Ohio State loofah. Actually, I should put Ohio State Buckeyes loofah. That'll help sell. That's my fault. I apologize, YouTubes. Nope. Okay. And I'm just going to highlight, copy, and then paste it. Skip the hashtags. Hashtags will go here. Ohio State Buckeyes. Category will again pop up for you. So there's your NCAA Sports and Outdoors Fan Shop. Now it's not perfect, so if you think it is better under another category, you can go through here and click the items you want, like home, bath, things like that. But I'm being lazy today. So brand, we'll do NCAA. Condition is new, unopened. Color is red, which is correct. So as you can see here under shipping, we're going to need to change it again. It defaults to 1, and that is not a $10 item. So see, it already put in it's 2 pounds. We know it's 2 ounces. And we know it's 6 by 4. Calculate shipping, $3.49. And we'll set our price as $10. And I turn off smart pricing. Again, it's completely up to you. And then list. Success. I can share it with other people. Now you may be asking yourself, but wait, Suburban Beard, I've got 30 of these things that I found when I was penny shopping. There's 2 solutions to that. First one, you sell them as a lot. So you're going to want to price the item low enough to where obviously you're still making money on it, but you end up with a larger sum of money at once than selling each individual item. With that, it really comes down to researching how the product's selling. And you also need to understand the market. This is what comes with time. And with that, it would be if you have 30 Ohio State loofahs, you may only sell them for like 15 bucks. And that's because someone's going to want to buy them in the essence of reselling them, taking the time to resell each individual item. With that many items, it's what sometimes in the industry is called a replenishable product. What a replenishable product means is that once I've created the one listing, that part of the work is done until they're sold out, and that's it. I don't have to keep going back and taking more photos and putting the item up again. It's literally an item that once it sells, you pack it up and ship it out. And so with those items, I'm okay making a little less per product than I normally would, because again, it's one listing to get 30 of them. So even if you only make $2, it's still 60 bucks, especially when you spent 30 cents to buy all 30 of them, just as an example. But again, it's however you want to do it. If you just want to clear stuff out of your house, put them in huge lots, sell them quick, and they'll go. Otherwise, put them into the boxes like I have here that I get free from the post office, and keep them in there and then just ship them out as you need to. So I'm now going to show you how easy it is to relist the product. So Mercari asks that you don't make multiple listings for each product, but you don't want to keep having to create a new listing every time something sells. So click your profile picture again. You go to My Listings, and you'll see your active, inactive items, and then in progress is what I'm going to click on right now, or complete, just because I haven't relisted these for this purpose. But we have the vinyl decals that the wife makes, and I'm going to click relist. It's going to have the item there with the photo, the description, everything else is already filled in. I'm going to edit the shipping because sometimes it changes on me. There we go. And click list, and the item is relisted. So it's a lot less work and then having to create a new item every single time. And on eBay, you can put in multiples. So if you have 30 of one item, you can put your quantity of 30 on the eBay item, and then it'll just keep selling. But until we get to that stage, we'll focus on Mercari and go from there. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was informative for you. I hope it helps you get some of the product that you have sitting at your house or wanting to get rid of, and just another avenue for selling it off. So if you like this, let me know. If you have questions about any of it, put it in the comments below. I've decided what I'm going to do. There's a bunch of comments or questions about certain things or different avenues of doing this. I'm going to take those and put them all into a video within the next couple days and kind of see what everybody's looking for, other questions people have, and we'll go from there. So again, I thank you, appreciate you, and share, like, and have a great day.